Good morning, everybody. My name is Osa, and today we are on Oakfield Farm, Farming Simulator 19. It is day 4 mid-spring, I think. I think we're only running 2-day seasons, or 6-day seasons, so last day of mid-spring. I need a bucket, so we're going to the store early. Now the ground is damp as per usual, so it does look like we have some form of early morning dew going on, because I didn't notice any rain yesterday. There are 2 fertilizing contracts on the market board, so we might take a look at those and probably end up using the Valtra for that if they're still available. Okay. Near as I can tell, the roads are relatively clear so far today. I don't really know how big a bucket I need for this, so obviously all we're doing is cleaning up the animal trough. And because that's grass, it doesn't hang around for long. I think the problem is because everything updates at midnight. Oops. And then hourly after that. So what we're basically looking at is what are we looking at? We're looking at the sheep make a mess, so their cleanliness drops at midnight, and then it's now 8:13, so the grass has been decaying for 8 hourly ticks. Unless it doesn't count because the grass was made at midnight. And there is a little bit of a leeway before the grass starts to decay. Basically, you can cut it, you can do what you need with it, and at midnight of that day it becomes eligible for decay. Okay, front loaders. So we could go with a standard bucket. Or the multi-purpose bucket, 3200 for 2000 litres. Where is the standard? That's small. I may go for the Stoll bucket or the CSC bucket. Oh, this does have pallet forks. Anyway, big bucket. Let's attach that to the front of the tractor and get back to the yard. This is the right side, yeah. And obviously we'll need to top up the water as well. And we can get the Valtra warning me up and see who still needs some fertilization done. It's basically field 17, which is the field we've already done a fair amount of work on and currently planted with potatoes. And field 27, which I think is the top of the lower road we just passed. So they're a fair trek from the farm. I'm not sure. Don't recall how much liquid fertilizer I've bought. And good morning, Hail Team. Yeah, the Monday stream was a bit late. And I only streamed for about an hour and a half. Obviously with us less than 2 weeks until we move now, there's a fair amount going on at the Osa household. And I believe Monday this week there was a whole lot of drama. We have what is called a modular home, which is basically a home that is built at a factory and taken by low loader to its final resting place, where builders will be assembling foundations or basements and what have you. And at that point, crane turns up and lifts the house onto its frame. You can also have what's called a manufactured home, and a manufactured home is exactly the same as a modular home, except they put it on a metal base, a metal frame, and attach wheels to it and haul it to its final resting place. Except if you want to, you can reattach the tongue, put the wheels back on and haul it somewhere else if you get bored. So it's kind of a semi-permanent mobile home. And different rules and different documents cover each type of home. And the problem we had was the appraiser put down our home as a manufactured home. And that meant the bank who's doing the mortgage for our buyers was wanting documents we don't have because the home is not a manufactured home. So we were running around trying to persuade everybody that, well, actually, there are no such documents. Your appraiser got it wrong. And it took about 8 hours, but eventually they came back and said, our appraiser got it wrong. Everything's fine. You don't have to worry about it. So But that was a lot of stress, which we really didn't need. The bucket's still too close to the ground. Okay. So we will be, well, that's the thing. We, over the course of last fall, we did a lot of packing ourselves and throwing stuff away that we didn't want and all sorts of other goodies. Okay, I'm tempted to put it inside the thing, but I'm going to put it out. So at that point, we got a lot of our own stuff packed. There is still... Oh, that didn't work, did it? Yeah, that's not good enough. There's still everything in the kitchen to pack, because obviously we didn't do that yet. And there's clothing and other stuff that still needs to be packed. And then there's all the furniture that needs to be wrapped and what have you. So we're getting people in to pack everything that remains to be packed. And then on Thursday the 20th at 10 o'clock in the morning, they turn up to load the trucks, and we move out on that Thursday. We're closing 4 o'clock in the evening, I think, and then we close on the new place on Friday at 9 AM, which is good because the movers will be turning up in their truck to unload at 10 or after 10. And then I don't get any internet until about 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. So next week will be Oakfield Farm, and the week after will be a week off because moving home. And the machinery shop's around there. So let's have a look at the contract, see what we have. We'll do 27 first. Okay, that's where we put all our things. All the things are in there. I believe I put the sprayer in there, well away from everything. Do I have a weight on the front of the Valtra? Yep. One variable mass weight. So we are good to go. Yeah, I do remember that one time I moved five times in a 12-month period, and that kind of put me off moving for a long time. I mean, I got into the last place and I just didn't unpack anything. I sort of, I need some clothes. Okay, which box are the clothes in? Okay. Got those. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have no... we have no liquid fertilizer in this thing, so... Guess we should sort that out. And that was, I mean, part of the thing here. We still had a bunch of stuff still in boxes. So what we ended up doing was pretty much throwing all of that away or giving it away or something, because if we haven't used it yet, then there's really no point keeping it. Now there's still a bunch we probably haven't used yet, or used in a while, but some of the nostalgia things we're obviously keeping around. I'm making a real mess of this. There we go. So blue is for herbicide. Nope, liquid fertilizer even. And we don't have a lot of that. Oh yeah. Well, apartments are not very nice either anyway. We're going 27. 27 is way over there past Oak Glen Farm. Back to that. Because with apartments you've got to carry everything everywhere. I mean, that was the thing when we moved from Texas to Michigan. We rented a U-Haul. We got some professional movers in to pack everything, because I was working in Michigan and Mrs. Osa was still living in our home in Texas. So it was a bit much for her to have to pack everything. But we rented a big U-Haul truck, and I don't have enough weight on the front of this. And I also, we need to replace the wheels. So I think we'll go to the workshop in the store to do that. So yeah, we had them load the truck. I flew in that weekend and we loaded up everything and drove to Michigan. The problem was we were moving from a 5-bedroomed house to an apartment, a 1-bedroomed apartment, so a lot of our stuff had to go into storage. So that was a pain, just carting, and it was a multi-level. What was it? A multi-level climate-controlled building. So that was all. We had to take everything upstairs, and we had to. I think we had to do that on our own. And then about 10 months later, we had to bring it all back down. But for that, we got some movers in, and they emptied the apartment, took everything over to this house, and then we went back to the storage unit and pulled everything out of there. But that's the thing. With apartments, there's stairs and there's just everything. Houses, you can pretty much park the truck outside a door and load it straight in without having to worry too much about stairs if you're on a single level. Now we also have the added problem of there's currently snow on the ground, and And as far as I'm aware, it's planning to snow at least 2 days of every week from now until we move. So we're probably going to have to get our friendly neighbourhood snow shifter to come over and shift all the snow out before we move out. It's not very deep, but we have a very steep driveway, and we don't have anywhere at the top of the driveway for a large truck to turn around. Okay. So since we're pretty much going with this as a fertilizer sprayer, for the foreseeable future, I don't have any other tasks for this tractor. We're going to put narrow tyres, and I'm going to pop up that weight at the front because it's not quite heavy enough. So 190 horsepower. Wide tyres and weights. Narrows. I might go with that. That looks kind of cute. And that's fine. It dropped the weight in exactly the wrong place. So, whoa, there we go. I need to back up a little bit. Drop that front weight. 1, 2, 3. Uh, 1800 or 2100. I'm gonna go 21, I think. Okay. So hopefully that's going to be a little bit more stable. Oh no, the street guy's already been out, and as far as I'm concerned, he really didn't need to bother. Yes, the snow, or the weather report said, oh, we're getting 3 to 5 inches. Seriously, I can still see the grass poking through the snow. So it's not 3 to 5 inches. We'd be lucky if it's 3/4 of an inch, but he was out there the other night moving all the snow around because he obviously needs to pay for his tractor or buy some new stuff. But the guy who does our driveway is a friend from church who we use because next door neighbour he's charging $25 to do your driveway and $25 per house to do the street, and that's really, yeah, I'm doing it as a favour. No, you're not. You're doing it to line your pockets. So we stopped having him do the driveway, and he's like, well, if you don't want to do the driveway when I want to do it, then I'll never do your driveway again. So it's fine, happy with that. And we got a friend from church to do it, who does a professional snow moving thing. So that's that. So we'll have him round but we see him every Sunday at church anyway. So actually his son's just started a snow moving business as well, and I'm not sure whether it's father and son snow moving or whether son's in competition with father. But, we'll check with him and see if he's available. If he's not, his son can probably do it anyway. Then we'll probably have to buy bags of salt. Our driveway's not that steep, but we do have, I believe we have a footpath along the front of the house, so we're going to have to keep that clear too. Okay. Are we here yet? Double wheel tractors or twins are not a common sight in Britain. I should probably have gone for singles, but what the heck, it looks cool. So okay, where's the field entrance? Is this it? Well, this looks good. Yep, that looks good. That is rather convenient. Okay, so I did bring that low loader available. So there were a couple of things I was planning to, or mods I was planning to add. That should mean, yeah, I loaded these as well. Water, fertilizer, herbicide, and diesel. How heavy are those? Those are only 1500 litres, so hopefully these are light enough for our little Lindner to